Hello everyone, my name is Barbara. I'm a Polish girl who lives in Ireland and likes to knit, and today I have a finished object video, third shawl that I've knitted while preparing a Lights and Twigs shawl pattern. So all the links down below. Normally when I publish a pattern for a limited period of time there is a coupon code, check it out, you never know. Lights and Twigs shawl is a decade weight shawl. Pattern calls for 200 meters, which is 218 yards in 100 grams. The sample for the pattern is knitted in rainbow heirloom, but those skeins are 115. That's why you may see that it's 230 meters, which is 250 yards. But that's not the point. Let me tell you about this shawl. So basically I knitted a first shawl, this one on the screen, in Drops Lima, and I was writing everything what I could in regards to writing the pattern. That's kind of the way I like to design. I just take a yarn and I have an idea, starting a bit, and will it work the way I want? Therefore I was writing row by row information what I was doing, and then I wanted to recreate that in the yarn that would be maybe a sample pattern. Therefore I bought two skeins from the local indie dyer, natural yarn dyes. This is the one. I'm sorry, I probably mispronounced this. So I ordered two skeins because I wanted to have it done in two skeins. Here 100 gram, we have 233 meters, which is 254 yards. And we have this color, which is oak gold. I think I'm saying it right. I will try to say it. Shona yarns. So I wanted to really have it as a sample pattern, and I followed what I was writing down, and it ended up that I was off 2 stitches slightly around this section, and I had to do the math to make sure that the design will end up the way I want to, so that the twigs will be close to the center. So here it is. Here you can see the twigs. They're slightly farther away, and some of you may say that, oh, I could frog it. There's nothing wrong with the shawl, and I really love it, and it shows you also in case you have 233 meters, because DK weight yarn, worsted weight yarn, they're quite the same area, let's say that way. Just pay attention, check always how many, what kind of meterage you have in 100 grams, and go with that. In regards to this, I used 2 skeins, but I still have leftovers, and over here we have 30 grams left. I would not be able to knit extended version, so the larger version just with that amount, but you could see that even though it is a small size, it ends up nicely over here. And just to tell you, I'm 5'10", which is 177 centimeters, so 1 meter and 77 centimeters height. So I'm quite tall. Therefore the gauge for the pattern per set is 15 stitches by 28 rows. On the screen you can check it out. I use US size 7, which is 4.5 millimeters. For this shawl I use the same knitting needles, but my gauge over here ended up 17 stitches by 28 rows. The stitches will determine the depth of the shawl, so it's slightly shorter, but the lengthwise is almost spot on. I had a lovely test knitter, so thank you so much for test knitting my pattern. They used quite close yardage wise to in regards to yarn, so check their projects. And for instance, on the screen over here we have Brigida, and Brigida used amazing dusty pink color, but she holded a yarn, fingering yarn double, and she got amazing size. As you can see, she knitted a small size, but her weight overall ended up bigger than the pattern suggested because of her choice of yarn. So you can play with that too and check her project page because it's amazing, and I love the color so much. Okay, so I told you about the yarn, I told you about the gauge, I told you about size. So we have 2 sizes over here. I told you that we have links down below, and what kind of needles I use, although my test knitters, some of them used bigger size, so check the gauge. And as ending up this a secret thing, so I kept everything in this bag, and I used my top secret keychain. There is a shawl inside. The bag, handmade bags that I am, all links down below. My pouches! Just to let you know, I've checked the shop now and the morning light pouch is all sold out. And like I said, all the pouches are there. That's all I'm going to have. So if you haven't grabbed, I think there's still evening stars available. So check quickly because that'll be it. And that'd be literally it. So yeah, you may ask what I'm going to do with this shawl. This is going to be again a gift knit. Oh yes, and just in case you are a little bit worried about the bubbles, no, these bubbles we knit only on the right side. If you've ever knitted a standard bubble, normally the designer asks you to go on the wrong side and come back to the right side. I'm not a fan of it, therefore these are not that way. There is a tutorial even included in the link of the pattern, so there's like 6 tutorials overall, just in case you want to have a sneak peek of here and there what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and I think that's that. Tassel is also there. Please go check pattern page, like the pattern, help me out that way, and over here subscribe, like, and until the next one, just to let you know we will still working on the few bits in regards to the free pattern for the hat, but this is a matching hat to the shawl, and this, even though it's a paid for pattern, the hat will be a free pattern, so you can try it yourself, do you like it or not, and then if you decide to have a matching shawl, you can do that. So yeah, that's it. Here my Instagram, check me out over there. I'm more active if you're looking for me, and until the next one, bye.